had a pretty hard week, and the week started with some news that I didn't expect, something I couldn't control, something that really affected me, and it's put me in some bad states. And through those states, I've been told by some people I'm not allowed to be down because of the content I create. I'm not allowed to feel pain or emote. And some of the people I've even gone to, they've not been there. There to talk, there to help. Now I've had some pretty horrible, terrible states where I've not felt this low in a very long time. But at the same time, I feel like my fear's been faced. I feel like I can now do more than I could before because I've already lost. And with that loss, with that failure, I can stand back up and take back. I can take action on things that I was scared of before. Contact people that I never thought I'd be able to contact really. Trying to get myself known more. And though I feel as distant as ever, I feel like I'm not a part of something anymore. I feel like I'm not the same anymore. I almost feel like there's no point in going on. I've actually seen some incredible things. I've been learning a lot. Spent some time with a few amazing friends. Been laughing more with my other friends. Good family, good life. And in hindsight, I should be good. And I should be confident and I should be strong because a lot of things are going well for me. But I'm not. And I've lost this thing that I built everything else around. And when you're in that state where you've not achieved something, you've lost something, you've lost someone, you're just in a state where you feel like you can't get out of that situation, you're alone, you've got no one there for you, no one understands you, you feel like every day's getting worse. You've sort of got to realise that this current circumstance doesn't have to define you. Things can change instantly, and I know that. And the hardest thing is knowing you've got friends that you could talk to, knowing that you've got this life that you should be proud of, but not being able to still feel. It's like the successful people feel pain, but nice people feel pain. And the worst bit is when you're in them states and you reach out, it's when you get ignored and you just assume you're just messing about, and you message them even though you don't feel like messaging anyone, even if it's something daft or something silly. You message them anyway and they still let you down. And when you keep getting let down, you've sort of got to take back what's right for you. So you've got to take back what's right for you. And you can't give up. You've got to hold on to them good things you have. And even though it hurts, you feel like your heart's empty. You feel like you've lost so much inside. You can't give up on yourself. It's hard to talk to people. It's hard to send the message. It's hard to accept that you're the one at fault. Even when sometimes it was out of your control, completely out of your control, and you look back and you think, maybe I should have done this, maybe I should have said that, maybe if I'd only been like this, I'd been like that, but you didn't. You didn't, and you can't now. And even if you did, would it have worked out? Who knows? So you've got to keep hold of them goals that you have, them things we talk about all the time. I know I'm usually motivational, but you've got to keep hold of the things that you love in your life, so that when the bad times come, you can focus on them, and that you don't give up, and that you give back to people that do care about you. And those that don't have time for you, well, just get rid of them. They're not worth your time, not worth our time. Though that's easier said than done. It's not going to be an inspiring message today, guys. It's not going to be an uplifting one or a passionate one. It's just real. It's just, sometimes it gets dark. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you're on your own. In those moments, you can't give up. you've got to keep hold of your dream. In those moments where you feel empty, you feel scared, you're lonely, that's the best time for you to do the things you're scared of. Because I think in that moment where you are depressed, but nothing feels right, you can send pretty much whatever message you want and not care about it. You know, that fear actually goes in that state where you're so down. And if you just send that message that day, you could just send it off to whatever you want to do. The college you want to go to, the class you want to do, the person you want to message, just send it. What have you got to lose? And I think that's what I've found. That through this pain that I've got, through this fear of facing my fears, for being alone, losing something you cared about so much, you've sort of got to stand up for yourself one more time and say, this isn't going to be my circumstance. You've got to sort of keep a hold of that place in your heart and say, this is the last time this happens to me. And you'll start to take action more and more each day. And when you start to take action, good things will come. And even though you're not in the state for it, you're not ready for it, you'll start thinking, oh my God, them little things I did that I was so scared of before, that when I was hurting I couldn't even feel anymore, so I did them regardless, they're paying off. And you have to start taking more and more action. You get more and more faith from that. And we all fall down. We all have really bad days. We all have really hard days. We have up days as well. What is this experience but the ups and downs? You can't have the ups without the downs. You've got to understand that. They're just setting you up. A fallback is a setup for a comeback. You can't give up on yourself, and you can't give up on your dreams. So understand that whatever's happening right now doesn't have to be you. It will change, it can change, and it has to change. And you're going to make the change. So decide what you want to do. Don't be fearful, and take some massive action to get there. And one day, you'll look back and you'll be thankful for the bad days. Thank you.